Hey guys, and welcome back to Deku Tarot and to your daily tarot reading for Friday, the 8th of November, 2019. I cannot believe it's already the 8th of November. I sincerely apologize for not having the rest of the monthly reads out yet. It has just been an absolute whirlwind. I have not had a single, just like a moment of time. Every time I sit down to do them, something comes up or little things that I thought were going to be short end up being so much longer. This retrograde is irritating in those particular ways for me, but I do feel it's actually going to be a pretty good retrograde in terms of what it brings up and what it helps us, let go of, so that when we finally move forward, we will be much more unhindered. Interesting story, guys. Interesting story. Right before this video, I sat down do the video and I heard like a crinkling or some weird like noise next to me. I looked down and there was a toad. There was a toad just underneath the bookshelf just looking at me. So we just spent the past like 15 minutes before this trying to herd it out of the room unsuccessfully. It is underneath a bookshelf behind me now. So there is a toad in the room. I don't know much about the meanings of spiritual meanings of animals and stuff, but if you guys know it, please put it in the comments below. Jai, you always have something interesting to say. You have so much knowledge, so what the heck is up with toads? It like came into the house last night and we could not for the life of us get it out, and I can't believe it's still here because we left the door open for a long time to try to get it back outside. But all right, so that's Toadgate. Toadgate 2019 is happening. Let's see what the energy brings up today. I really had a hankering, honestly, for the Game of Thrones tarot. So we'll see what that has to say today. The energy is very interesting because we do have Saturn in Capricorn and we have Neptune in Pisces. So they're in their home planets, and I believe, what are they doing today? It's the Sun, Saturn, and what do I have? I wrote it down because I thought it was kind of interesting. What did I write down? Sun, Saturn, and Capricorn, and Neptune and Pisces are aligning today. And that's going to be a really interesting, but I think almost like a prophetic feeling day. Things are going to feel really almost imagination come to light. We're going to feel also a lot of power and security coming up in our life here. I'm going to feel a deep sense of support. At least that's what I have written down. But I would definitely recommend checking out White Light Astrology or Gregory Scott Astrology. They might have better things to say. I'm surprised the card hasn't come up yet, but oh, I like it. And maybe that's why it took so long. We got the 10 of Cups out first. Like I said, there's a deep sense of love, security. I feel like we're having a lot of camaraderie with people around us, especially in terms of our conversations, and feeling more empowered about ourselves through the support of the others around us with the 10 of Cups, King of Swords. He's kind of a harsh energy, but it almost feels like he's got positive things to say today. And the conversations you have, yes, may be intense, but I do think that it lends to a deeper sense of knowledge and power within yourself about where you're headed now. The Chariot. Let's pull out a few more here for today, November 8th, how it's playing out. Ooh, King of Cups. We get a couple of kings today. A tale of two kings and a knight. So there's a lot of characters. Like I said, it does feel like if we are a part of a community, or, we have a lot of friends or just work with a lot of people, we're feeling a deeper sense of community, commitment, support from them. It kind of feels like we're all driving in the same lane, in the same vein here. So it's going to feel good. We might feel like we found, for some of you, like, I found my people. You know what I mean? Like a great friend group, a great support group. Something that feels like a family. And there's a lot to be said and heard today, and I say that because there's a lot of people, and the Knight of Wands or Knight of Spears in this deck always has something to say. and Ace of Spears comes right after him, it's going to lead to something. There's a lot of forward moving energy today, and it does feel extremely positive. So I think that we will take it, because I will say the beginning of Scorpio season has been rough. It's been weird. It's been extremely confusing. The anxiety of not knowing where we're all going, I think, has led to a lot of stress and sleeplessness. For a lot of people, it's been getting, like, you know, people have been getting sick, having issues in terms of the stomach, the bladder, even our sinuses for some of you. So let's see. Oh, I think I like it. Yes, I do. It's the Wheel of Fortune. I was like, it flipped around, but I saw it. The Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is turning, and it's leading us in new directions in terms of energy, in terms of flow today. And even I can feel it just doing this reading, because it's been a little bit like it just feels like disjointed with the energy in terms of how the readings have been going up until this point. And I really feel that, you know, there's a lot of, again, like, there's just really good supportive but dreamy influences. I think it has a lot to do with the astrology of today. It kind of really, it just feels like it, you know, lubricates the whole Scorpio season, like harsh, you know, and also Mercury retrograding in Scorpio energy, which has been pretty tough, and it's had some tough interactions. So I do think that this is really smoothing things out, bringing a dreamier, I just flew by. But let's see. Bringing dreamier energy so that we can feel that our dreams are not that far off today. It feels really nice. I like this. Let's look at these a little bit more, and let's get some clarifiers, because the King of Cups is right in between the Chariot and the Knight of Spears. And he talks about, you know, the depth of our emotions. He is technically the Scorpio, you know, what is it called? Court card. I don't know why. I see again. There we go. Scorpio court card. He has that depth of feeling, but he's also experienced enough to have that depth. He's experienced a lot. He's been through a lot. He, you know, is Jon Snow in this? He's died. He's come back to life. He has had a tough life emotionally. And because of that, has been able to build the relationships and that he wants around him, get the feelings that he wants. You know, he knows what to put his energy and emotion into. Let's get some clarifiers, and I kind of want to use the Gustav Klimt deck, actually, for this. Let's clarify that area right there. But overall, there's a nice driving sense forward. It feels like if you've had issues, you know, I don't know if it so much involves you, but if two people in your life have had issues with each other in terms of communication, in terms of, you know, getting on the same path here, where, you know, we get each other, you know, are we on the same level? Do we get each other? There's been issues, and I know that some of you guys will be like, there's orbs or whatever flying around. I'm pretty sure that was just a cat hair, though, that time. It's flying through the air. I just saw that, actually. But like I was saying, King of Swords, King of Cups, it feels like two people who might not have been able to see eye to eye, you know, intellect versus emotion, and they'll drive together here today. I mean, it could also just be two parts of yourself, but it does feel like for a lot of you, this is two different people that are kind of coming into a better understanding of each other and a better way to move forward. It's like there's a mediator. So maybe for some of you, you know, we're in a friend group, there may have been a fight or something, but there's a mediating energy here. Somebody bringing two sides together. You know, well, you know, someone seeing it from a more intellectual point of view, maybe an air sign, possibly an Aquarius, and somebody seeing it from a more emotionally grown perspective. And I think that it's honestly the air sign that needs to kind of get into the emotions, but also the King of Cups, the, you know, the water sign, or whatever, this more emotional energy or emotional person, emotionally based person here, whatever they believe, you know, they might need to see it from that other person's perspective, even if, you know, they're going with their gut, which is something you should always try to do in this season, in Scorpio season, but especially during a retrograde when things aren't clear. I always say, go with your gut, go with your higher self here. What are they telling you? What are you feeling? And Knight of Spears, Ace of Spears, we find a way to continue forward here because we've grounded this energy. It's like we got air versus water here, which is very opposing energy. And we have to have earth in the middle here as literally a middle ground. From a more earthy, practical, you know, we can take in the water, but we also need the air here. Just, I mean, that's what you need in terms of growing plants. And she's got a whole host of plants around here. So if we want to build a solid foundation for the future, we got to take both into consideration and somehow combine both sides of the story here, both influences. Five of Swords. And that will help you win this battle. It feels like, for some of you, you guys are definitely the mediator. I'm getting that like a lot, but some of you might be one person on one side, one person on the other, and that's okay. But I feel like the majority of people I'm reading for today, I don't know, I just get the feeling you guys are the mediator. And in that way, being able to mediate this situation, being able to kind of be the distillery for both sides, you win the battle. Because the Five of Swords in this deck is a very specific winning feeling. Yes, there's been a fight, there's been issues here, but overcoming it is where we're at. I'm going to pull one more to sum it up here, and then we're going to pull some oracles. Two of Pentacles. We are in the midst of change, and we might, again, have to pander to both sides, to both people, to both lines of thought in order to get, again, to that solid middle ground that's going to bring about this change, a new path forward. Ace of Spears to me is always new energy, a new idea, something new coming in, a new way forward is how it feels to me, a new way to communicate for some of you within a relationship or within even just a group of friends or just at work. Again, it could be like a manager and a different manager or two bosses. I don't know. For some of you, it kind of does feel like that. But let's see what we get for the romance angels today. I like this. There's much more loosened up energy. Being able to kind of have the foresight and have the knowledge to get through things that maybe other people weren't able to do without you today. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves, your bond deepens. So, as you can see, they're just kind of having a conversation. Everyone's kind of relaxed. He looks a little bit awkward, I will say. I always found that he kind of looks awkward in this picture here. And by the way, these are the Doreen Virtue Romance Angel Oracle cards. I don't think they're actually in print anymore, but I'm pretty sure you can find them probably on eBay and stuff. Just keep an eye out if you are looking. I've met a lot of people looking for them lately, actually, but unfortunately, they're not being printed anymore. I just found out. But anyways, getting to know each other. Let me put this in the shade over here a little bit. I just feel, again, like we need to get to know both sides of the situation. And again, if this is a love situation, you have to see it from their perspective. There may have been a fight. There may have been some type of area where we don't see eye to eye, but maybe we need to see it from that other person's perspective today. And we can only do that by listening and getting to know each other and getting to know where it is we're coming from. Whew, mediation. We're sure it's not Libra season. Let's get a Stacey DeMarco Halloween Oracle. Oh, what's popping out? Hearth, happiness in the hearts. Happiness in our hearts and homes. Okay, let's get the book here. This is a nice card. Just, again, focuses on building our relationships back up. And I think that some of us have needed that. It's really nice. Should the Hearth card appear in your divination, you are being asked to look to your idea of what home and family is for you. Take the time to build up your love fire and have it burning brightly. Make your relationships a priority. If there is conflict within your home and family, it is time to take concrete steps to address the issue for good. If you or a member of your family is away from home due to travel or work, know that protection is being given. I mean, how could you sum up the reading better? I have nothing else to say to it. These cards always just really hit it on the nose. I always recommend them. The Stacey DeMarco Halloween Oracle. Check them out. I love them. All right, guys. Thank you so much for all of your support. If you haven't, do make sure to share and subscribe. I really do appreciate it. Hit that wiggly bell in the corner and it'll notify you whenever I go live or put up a video. Keep an eye out for the rest of the monthlies. They will hopefully be out Friday, which is today, and Saturday. I'm going to try to get them out throughout this weekend. I really apologize, guys. Every time I've sat down to do it, something has come up. I swear. It's crazy. So thank you so much for all of your support. Have a wonderful and blessed day. Thank you, guys. Namaste.